Welcome to another episode of No Results or Excuses.
Why
Where
do
we
you
talk-
sound like it's my bedtime story?
Where we talk fitness nonsense and partial facts. My name is Matthew Bauman, and as always, my co-hosts,
Courtney Dick.
that guy.
And Justin Swart.
Lovely.
Thanks for
That's
joining.
It's lovely. It's like listening to Heart FM on a Sunday night.
It's like
Yeah.
watching that guy paint. What's his name for the afro?
Yes, Bob. What's his name?
Yeah, Bob.
something.
Someone.
Bob Sinclair. I don't know. I watched a few of those, and it looks so easy. And he's like, you just make a little squiggle, and you do the little happy trees.
Yes.
And I tried it. It's impossible. It doesn't work.
It's just like that. It's like we'll do the happy trees, and we'll do the smiley mountain over here, and it's really beautiful. And he ends up with this masterpiece at the end. It's still got a bit of paint by numbers look to it, but
Yes.
oh, it's good.
But yours looks terrible. Have you tried it? Like,
No.
It doesn't work.
No.
Like, it just looks horrible. It looks like a child did it.
Did you sit down with
That's
paint
insane.
and try and actually attempt it?
Yes, I tried to follow along with him just for a few minutes.
Okay, I must
it
get
just
my
was a
boys
mess.
paint and try it out.
Yeah, I tried. Have you seen that guy, Just?
Never heard of this guy.
Oh, it's that guy's name.
It's Ross. Something Ross. Bob Ross,
Bob
maybe?
Ross. Bob Ross.
Rick
Yes.
Ross.
Yeah, Rick Ross. Yes. Yeah, Bob Ross. You must Google him. Just he was like a really popular TV guy in America in like the 90s or something. And everyone would tune in, you get your art easel ready, and you just paint along with it for an hour. And you're supposed to get the same painting as him.
Oh
It
wow,
doesn't
that's
work.
a pretty cool concept.
Bob
You know what would be
Ross.
fucking cool is if you follow along with him, but yours ends up looking very abstract and ends up selling millions.
Yes.
He says we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. That's a nice one.
Oh, nice. Good. Thanks, Bob.
There's
Nice
nothing
uploads of the
wrong
day.
with having a tree as a friend.
Yes, he keeps saying that. Everybody deserves a friend, even a tree.
Interesting character. I mean,
Yeah.
Have you looked at him?
Yeah.
He's
I think if I was to ever try this, I'd try it on the shower window in the steam.
Yeah. So tonight you watch all of his stuff instead of playing Apex.
before your shower.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what we wanted to talk about, besides all this, is that we're still in the pandemic. We're still in our houses. That's not gone anywhere. Have you gone to Stodels?
No, I've been to Builder's Warehouse and to the dentist 3 times.
I've been to Stodels twice.
That was it.
And it was pretty empty, which was good. And I went to Woolworths lots of times.
Didn't you? You went to
Oh,
Macro
just-
also. Or no,
I went to
Sportsman's. You went to
Macro.
Sportsman's.
A Macro, yes, you're right.
Oh, you're a walking hazard. For sure.
Yes. I'm actually in quarantine at the moment.
Is that with a
Alana's-
blanket on your shoulders?
I thought
Yeah,
it
this
was
is
blanket.
quarantine.
It's actually a gown from the fucking hospital.
Yeah, this is the PPE. Yeah, because Alana's working in the Corona ward, so I'm actually in quarantine because I'm like exposed.
Wow.
Yeah, cool. Eh? So I can't go anywhere. It's good. I'll stay right here.
I guess to stay at home.
Yeah. Just have you been to Stodels or Macro?
Guys, the only place I've been to is Woolworths at the paddocks.
That's it.
Okay.
No, it's over your wall.
Yep, I haven't even gone out for a run once.
Really?
Yeah. The time slot, I mean,
Why?
Cyril did consult me personally when he made that time slot. 6 to 9 doesn't work for me.
What are you doing that time?
That time I'm fast asleep.
Oh, I wish I was fast asleep then.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
I'm
guys,
awake for
I only
all those
finish
hours.
work at 8. So, like, my personal time starts now, you know?
Yeah.
So, take
We went to the Constantia Village on Sunday, and everything's just kind of normal. except for the fact that everyone has masks and there's lines everywhere. But it's just buzzing as usual.
But
We even got a coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a coffee at Seattle. You have to stand like a meter or whatever away from each other, and they only let a certain amount of people in the store. And there's a lady spraying everyone's hands that comes in and out. So they're quite strict. You can't use cash. You have to use your card or SnapScan.
And no one is socialized.
No, I guess not. I mean, even if it was busy a normal day, I wouldn't socialize with the people in the line.
Matt, what I mean is no one is there like there would be for frequenting Tasha's or going for a coffee to sit down. They're all there to shop, like for essential.
Yes, yeah. So I guess so. When you get there, though, I'd say to Taryn, like, it feels good to be out and getting the sun, and even just standing in the parking lot. You know, it was nice. So I'm sure when people get there, they're like kind of just mosey around. And we had Knox with us, so I had to take him to the parking lot because I didn't want him inside with everyone, and he was crying and everything. So I just walked around the parking lot. It was nice. Get some air, sun, space.
Awesome.
That's
all we got.
That's it. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, parking lot. That's nice.
Yeah. So, did you guys hear about Dubai? They got like massive amounts of money going on for their online championship.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's
you're gonna have to report a lot.
Happening over 3 weeks.
Yeah, and they've got like $46,000 in prize money. How much is that? What's that, like 800? What's that? Almost R1 million.
What is the usual Dubai amount at the main when they have their main competition?
Didn't they give Matt Fraser like 10K just for winning that last workout?
Yeah,
they bump up each one's
$50,000.
Yeah, but this is less than that. But at least they're still getting some money. So the winners of men's and women's get $10,000 each, and then like for the age groups, you get $5,000 or $3,000, and it's all online. You can do it in your gym. I don't know if you can do it like in your home gym with just bands and a skipping rope. I think you got to have proper stuff, but it's at least something.
Wow!
So they haven't posted the workouts yet. Do you know?
No, I don't think so.
I haven't been keeping track of anything.
You know what's so tough is like, I mean, surely they're appealing to the elite of the elite with that. I mean, there's so many people that are just like not amped right now to be competitive as a result of their situation at home, you know?
Yeah. Wait, isn't it live now? I feel like it should be on now. They said it in May. They're releasing the online stuff. So I think it should be live now. So Justin, you should actually be doing it like today.
I think you should enter, Justin. Huge payouts up for grabs.
I have to go back in the garage one more time. I think I'm gonna cabin fever.
So you're not gonna enter this online Dubai stuff.
Jeez, man, I've got a bit of a shoulder niggle, to be honest. Maybe, but I don't feel like I'm at peak capacity right now.
Okay. Is that because you haven't got a squat rack?
Yeah, bro. Every time I put the bar over from the front rack to the back rack, something pinches in my shoulder, and it's only when I do that and snatching. So I've got to rectify that situation.
Is that maybe because you also keep taking the bar down onto your back? From because you can't drop it in your house.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably got a combination to do that, and also like just a shitload of pushing volume.
Okay, so listen to this. Workout 1 has been released, and it is a 10-minute AMRAP of alternating single-arm devil press. 50 pounds for men and 35 pounds for women. So that's 22.5 and what's that? 15.
So that can be done in the lounge.
Yeah, easy. You just do it with a water jug even.
Yeah.
So you can snatch or clean and jerk the weight, and that's it. And one hand must be on the dumbbell while on the floor, which is awkward, but it's fine. That's easy.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It'll be
do
cool.
that one tomorrow.
I'll do it right now.
It says your prize first draws top CrossFitters to DCC 2020 online challenge.
Yeah.
And then next to it, this one looks a bit better to read. Heavy breathing in brothels and gyms lead to continued closure in Netherlands.
Oh, goodness, guys.
Heavy breathing in brothels and gyms, yeah.
And that's on the Morning Talk Up site. What's up with inside that?
It's really in-depth reporting they got going on there.
They're scraping the old, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Justin's scraping the barrel there.
Yeah. It's crazy how that guy's come out of nowhere. That Justin guy. He was just a random nobody, and now suddenly he's like the go-to.
Arm and Hammer are like celebs.
Yeah, the CrossFit
Armin's quiet.
14 celebs.
But Armin's quiet though. I haven't heard anything from Armin in a long time.
He's just got his. I think he's starting to post a lot of like other stuff on his channel. I get maybe the news isn't just. I mean, every now and then a piece comes out like this. He talks about it. 5-minute video. I guess when the season's dead, all the reporting becomes dead, and they have to start finding other avenues to make cash.
Yeah. Do you think we'll still have the games this year?
Sure. I'm going to say no.
I think it depends on the. Like, I think Castro and all of them are getting ready for it. So I think it all depends when we find out how many people can actually fly over.
Can you call it the games?
And they sent the invites last week.
Yeah, they sent them recently.
So what's the? We'll know after this. I mean, how long do you have to accept and say I'll be there?
I have no idea. I haven't seen that.
I'm guessing that would be the thing.
Yeah.
Can you call it the games if it's only American, all American?
Yeah, I think it's a bit silly. You're not the fittest on earth. You're just the fittest in whoever is allowed to come there.
It's maybe they should just call it like the CrossFit Games Entertainment. Yeah, it's just entertainment. It's not a real
like showpiece. CrossFit Games
showcase.
Yeah, they should have like circus tricks and stuff. Like circus Charlie.
You know what they should do? They should bring back the Invitational, and what they should do is they should release the like events for a South African team, like basically a national team or whatever, and then they broadcast from their country of themselves doing the WOD and their score, and it goes onto a leaderboard, and then you see which country around the world has the fittest team.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or that's individual. Cool. How cool would that be?
It's basically like the Open, but meaning a bit more.
Yeah, and you just get like a production team, and they just film you, and like imagine they reached out to a South African team and they said, right, do you guys have access to a worm of this weight? Like, yeah, cool, we got a worm, excellent, they will make a worm event. Do you have access to this equipment? Yes. I mean, between the gyms of 4 CrossFitters, I'm sure you can get enough equipment to run a pretty epic showpiece.
Yeah, well, it might have to be like 4 individual WODs since you can't come together in one place.
But I guess there's no guarantee you can come together in one place, but maybe by then, like nationally, you can travel. You know what I mean? Like by that time of the year.
Yeah.
Like Cape Town to Joburg.
Yes, hopefully. So there's going to be like 30 people invited to the games, no teams. And they must have told Froning this before they announced it, because like one day later he was like, oh, that's great. I've got a competition arranged at my gym.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything's set in place. We're ready to go.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he knew all about it before.
I think he'd really love to compete. Honestly, I get the impression he would love to compete, but his name and his brand is at the expense of his placement.
You mean individually or as a?
Yeah, like did you see the Richie Team Richie blog?
Yeah, I saw he said no.
Like, I just want to get one thing straight. I'm not going individual, and then he fucks off. Like I was like, bro, you so want to go individual. You just can't, because if you lose to Fraser, then he supersedes everything you've ever done.
Yeah. So like we were discussing it the other day, if Rich does it and he comes 10th, does that make him more of a legend because he's not training for individual, and he's the 10th fittest man in the world, or does it like diminish him because like he only came 10th?
Listen, there's always going to be the guys like Arm & Hammer or some reporter down the line that has something to say about Matt Fraser being better than Froning, and that will probably make Froning stay up at night. So it's probably not good for his personal ego and psyche, but I think Froning, like, imagine the entertainment value that it has for the sport, and just like imagine he could push Fraser even in just 1 or 2 wads. How fucking exciting that would be!
Yeah,
I think he could beat him.
No, oh, fuck. I don't think he beat Matt. No, Matt is unstoppable.
Not now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's sad that it's over.
Yeah, it's sad that it's over. But maybe Matt Fraser will get corona and he'll be really sick and coughing and stuff, and then he'll lose, and then everyone will be really happy.
Maybe what Matt and Rich must do is what Eddie and Hafthor are doing.
Yes. I want to see them box.
Because essentially, like, neither can lose, but neither can win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Eddie's video? I sent it to you guys the other day.
I watched it last night. It was epic, man.
Which one? The one about the double dipping?
No, I watched the one about the sit-ups. I was talking about the sit-up video.
Oh, no, I never watched that. No,
I watched the double dipping.
I watched double dipping last night.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, you tell us about yours first.
Tell us about your story.
So, Eddie's he's like, at the beginning of the video, he says, I weigh 175 kilos, and he's standing there with no shirt, and he just looks like a big, chubby man, but you can see he's really strong. He's just big and chubby. And then he says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a calorie deficit and for 1 month, and I'm going to do 100 sit-ups a day. And then he has like a time lapse of his sit-ups. And on the first few days, he can only do like 30 or 40 sit-ups, like not unbroken, like in total. And then eventually he progresses. And like at the end of it, he says by the time he was almost done with 30 days, he could do like 70 unbroken sit-ups. And I don't know if he ever got to 100 unbroken. And then he shows himself at the end. He's gone from 175 to like 167 or something. And he's got abs. He looks like Annie Thorstadter. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, man.
It's just crazy genetics. It's like unbelievable.
I don't know if of course, I agree. I mean, in fact, to be a world champion strongman, he's got to have some form of elite genetics. I agree. But I think the one thing that video probably showcases is the simple mathematics behind being in a calorie deficit. Like, if you're not going to be stuffing your face with calories, your body gets forced into a position where it burns what's on board. And of course, at the same time, he's choosing to create a hypertrophic effect in the muscle group that we would deem probably best to measure leanness. Like, oh my God, he's got abs, therefore he is super healthy and strong, you know?
Yeah.
But I just think too many people that go on like a weight loss challenge don't restrict the calories enough for long enough for their body to actually create a similar effect, you know?
Yeah. But it's like such a low bar. Like 100 sit-ups is not difficult. It's like I can do 100 sit-ups, no problem. And like he's like the strongest man in the world and he can't do 100 sit-ups. And he just does something so stupid. It's like me saying I'm going to do 1 push-up today, 2 push-ups tomorrow, 3 push-ups the next day until I get to 100. And suddenly I'm going to have a chest like Arnold. It's just a stupid thing to do, but it somehow made him ripped.
Yeah. Listen, he's a big guy. Eh?
Those big muscles sitting under there. He just lost a little bit and they just pop out.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got so much active tissue that consumes calories, man, like, and stores energy. That like he's an anomaly, totally. And I reckon it's 100% nutrition, and it's got very little to do with the sit-ups.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There's like that story about Ilya, where somebody was saying that they were at the hotel with him at some weightlifting championships, and he was like eating slices of cake for breakfast every day. And he would just go and train afterwards, and he'd like do his massive lifts. Obviously, he was on drugs, like we all found out later. But like sometimes the genetics is there.
I mean, can I tell you, when I went for lunch with Klokov, when he came down for one of his seminars, the guy was like smashing pizza, burger, Coke. You know, he was he was lecturing for a very long time. So I think he wasn't necessarily thinking about like performance nutrition. He was thinking about having enough energy to get through the day and deliver like a 10-hour seminar back to back. But if you look at that guy, I mean, the amount of calories he puts in his body and what he looks like and what he does is just absolutely exceptional. I watched him do a power clean and strict press at 160 kgs last night.
Jeepers. Yeah, and he's not young anymore.
160 kg strict press. He calls his arms little legs.
How old is he now?
He must be almost 40.
He's like almost 40, yeah?
Yeah, almost 40.
Clock off.
It's crazy. All right. So, yeah, like I was saying, there's going to be 20 athletes if anybody really cares. There's going to be 20 athletes from the Open, and then there's like 11 or something from Sanctionals, and then no teams, and then national champions. Sorry, you're not even getting an invite because we know you're not coming anyway. Even if you're from like Canada or whatever, you're still not coming.
Okay.
Dave doesn't care anymore.
You know what, Court? I think everybody doesn't give a fuck anymore. No one cares.
The same sentiment.
Anyway, I just wanted to say this. I will read the names of the people that are doing the Dubai challenge.
Yeah.
How about that? Are you interested?
What are your names? Oh, okay. Yeah, these big names.
Yeah, Kristen Holty, Jamie Green. Then you got Sarah Sigmund's daughter, Emma McQuaid, Daniel Brandon, blonde chick. Then we have Steph Chang, Emily Rolfe, Michaela Norman, Larissa Kuna, Bailey Meraviglia, Sarah Vitz, Michaela Norman again. Did I say? No, that was Daniel Brandon. Evie Hollis, Marnie Sykes. Then we got Jeffrey Adler, Khan Porter, who won Pandaland, by the way, if you're wondering. Then we got Georgios Karavis, Alex Katolis, Jason Smith, Andre Houdet, Craig Kenny, Nick Block, Colton Mertens, and then that's about all anybody cares about.
The males aren't that superstar lineup, really. The females got some high ones there.
Yeah, I must check it out. I want to see. Maybe I should give some of the guys a push there.
Mm.
Yeah, go for it.
Send Jason a message.
4 days to register.
Yeah, let's give Jason a run for his money. His last year as an individual, he said, eh?
Yeah, he was making noises about it.
So you're gonna be on a super team next year, just with Jason Smith.
Oh, you send him a message now.
I read somebody, who was it? That one German CrossFitter, I think he is. He was meant to come to fit us in Cape Town, and then he didn't come.
German.
He commented, his weight vest is still in the room at CrossFit.
Yes, yeah.
Henze, I think Maximilian Henze, I think he commented on Jason Smith's post and said, "Team," like wink. And then Jason was like, "Ha ha ha." Like, no, probably not. But that was the reaction I inferred from that.
At least enough for another year, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
He's got to go team though. He can win first in Cape Town, go to the games on a team. Otherwise, it's Masters, and nobody cares about the Masters. Nobody watches that. They don't stream it. Castro cancels it whenever he feels like it.
What a time, man. What a time.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't compete though, or if he doesn't take it, then Justin potentially could win the Open.
Yeah, I'll have to fight for it. I don't know if you guys know, but Mr. Ruan Duvenaga came out of the woodwork recently. He did the what do you call it? The Lowlands Throwdown qualifier, and actually did really well just before lockdown started. So,
and we've got Mr. Henry to worry about also.
Henry
yes.
And Mick Stocky's training hard as well.
Yeah, I remember the last time we saw a picture of Ruan. He was massive. He looked like Eddie Hall.
A strong man.
I wonder if he's tried to jerk that 190 again. Remember he tried to jerk like 190 from the blocks.
The bounce off. Yes. Didn't he do? He does like whips it.
Yes.
He like bounces it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also Brandon Jacobs' favorite thing to do from the high hang.
Yes.
The bounce. Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go.
Let it oscillate. 1, 2, 3,
I think Brandon's also retired, eh? He's also not competing anymore.
Well, listen, Brandon came to the box the other day. We actually had a really nice session together. He pushed me for one of my qualifier WODs, and he was like super humble, just came in, trained, and he just said he's got a new job and doesn't really have much time to make CrossFit a priority. But I think whenever he gets a chance, he does still push himself really hard.
Like AJ.
Yeah, like whether he's competing for himself or for like a local comp or to be competitive at the top, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, same with AJ. He says he's not competing anymore, but he's like seems to be training 3 to 4 times a day, according to his Instagram posts.
Courts, what's next on the agenda, buddy?
The fitness industry is also failing you, apparently, according to this post from Chief People of Sadness Opex. You know Opex?
Oh my God. Yeah. James Fitzgerald.
Yes, they're always very sad. They've been so sad since Marcus Philly left them. I think that's what made them very sad.
I think they wake up in the morning trying to challenge the norm, and not for the better, but rather to elevate themselves and make them seem special and elitist.
Didn't they really hated the way we were doing cardio or something like that? That's what I always think about when I think about them.
Yeah, I don't know what's the fights going on over there with them.
I think they really enjoy a very technical sort of breakdown of how programming and training should be performed, which is not wrong at all. Like there's always room for technicalities in CrossFit. But I mean, I just think it's the way they positioned themselves in the market, which rubbed a few people up the wrong way, to be honest. You know, like we are better, we know more than you do. Don't fucking think that your product's better than ours, because this is Opex and you should be with us.
Yes. Aren't they the guys who used like, didn't we have like a burpee over bar workout once? And they put like lots of tiny plates on the bar.
Those little tiny plates on the sides.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Hang on, are you saying that was their idea?
They did that. Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, they must have come together like around the Knights of the Round Table and said, guys.
I thought about it last night in bed.
We fucking cracked this one. You know, we're not going to tell anybody, and we're going to rock the scores.
Yes, they put like 10 5-kilo plates on the side, like little tiny metal ones, something stupid like that.
And then everybody that does it wakes up the next day and says, "Yes, we got the best scores in the world, but our backs are fucked. We're pulling from a deficit."
Controversy on 16.1: small plates and cheating accusations. Yeah, there's a picture of them in the back with the little plates. Oh, Dave Castro even posted about them.
Oh, really?
He did an Instagram post.
Sure.
Oh, fuck, I can't see the comments on it. There's no comments.
So it's those guys. So basically, the chief Opex man, James Fitzgerald, he says that the fitness industry is failing you, and you can see it now during the lockdown. He says there are 2 types of people. There's the one type of person who doesn't have a gym anymore, and they have absolutely no idea what to do. So they're just doing absolutely nothing. And then he says there's the other end of the spectrum, like the fitness addicts, who are like suddenly they've like lost their identity. They're like going crazy. They can't go to the gym and they don't know what to do with their lives. They just go nuts and look at Google all the time trying to find workouts. And he says that
he's so his main point so far is that the fitness industry is failing us because some people have nowhere to train, and then there's other people that are in their garage with place to train, but they don't know what to do.
Well, he's basically saying, he's trying to say that we haven't taught people how to work out on their own in a healthy like way. And like, so we haven't taught half the population don't know how to make up their own workouts. And the other half are so insane that their whole identity is tied to working out, and they're basically losing their minds because they can't go to the gym.
And this is the fault of the fitness industry.
Yes, according to him.
Well, I mean, for starters, I will say the reason why the fitness industry exists is because people don't want to take ownership of that part of their lives. They already have a job, they already have kids, they already have a lot of other stress going on. So they come to the gym and they pay a coach or a trainer to put together a program and take that stress off their shoulders. Don't you think?
Yeah. So he's saying that these coaches apparently haven't taught people how to have a good relationship with fitness and how to basically just be free, happy, little wadding people in their houses, use their body weight exercises to be happy. So the coaches have just taught them how to just do what I say, but don't think about it. That's basically what he's saying. Justin's gone into shock. He doesn't know what to say anymore.
This thing's frozen.
What's happening with your picture? Are you frozen, Justin? No, you just...
Oh, we lost him. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't Justin have like 100 megabit internet?
Yeah, he's got the fastest internet between me and you. Oh, we lost him.
Oh, he's gone.
No, it's just me and you.
Come back. Oh, okay.
Let me see if I send him the same invite or if it'll work.
You should be able to click again.
There he is.
There we go.
There he is. Hello.
He's buggered.
The bogies have cut his internet. They've chewed through the wall cables.
His Rottweiler
You're talking like a robot, and
yeah, the whole time
commenting on how I'm no longer in the meeting.
I wonder who out of us three got recorded down for the podcast. Because I couldn't hear you at all. Well, it's just like a robot. Yeah.
I couldn't hear you. I think Chelsea's streaming something there on Netflix.
What you watching? So he's looking over at it. He's going to go shout at her.
He's frozen again. He's buggered. He's gone.
He's left. He's left us.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get a slap on the wrist. So, get off this Netflix program.
Babe, can you just fucking stop watching Instagram? I'll fucking record a podcast. I'm only going to be another 10 minutes, okay? The Zoom call keeps kicking me out. I don't know what to say to the guys. They're sitting here. I feel like I'm wasting their time. I mean, is it really necessary to watch fucking Marvel movies?
I'm not editing this out.
Leave it
in.
Then I'm upgrading the internet to like double price. We're paying double, and you paying for it. Okay, guys, I don't know what the story is, but Chelsea wants to watch the Hulk at fucking 9:30 at night.
Okay, so we'll finish quickly. Let me
No, it's fine. Just keep going.
Which Hulk is she watching?
I don't know, the one where he's walking through the forest and he's just fucking smashing everything.
I don't know which one that is. Is it the Ed Norton one? I like the Ed Norton one.
I haven't watched that one.
Internet.
Finishing Wrath of the Titans.
Oh. Sorry, guys, it's not Hulk, it's Wrath of the Titans.
Ah. Well, then you're excused.
Yeah, I'm also on Instagram. I'm watching this. Have you seen this post? It's a very informative post.
Stunning.
Matt, have you seen this post? Matt, have you seen this one? It's very informative post. Very lots of good information.
I didn't read any of it. I probably just stared at it and did doing like that. Justin pretends like he doesn't, but he does.
I just swiped it up.
Like this.
That was like 2 fingers out.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say that again. Okay, so James is basically saying that we haven't taught people how to be like independent in their fitness. They don't know how to make up their own workouts. They don't know how to be healthy. They either are like completely lost and we haven't taught them how to do stuff, or they're like crazy fanatic, crazy people who wear like CrossFit clothes all the time.
Okay, you guys tell me your thoughts.
I think that it takes a while for you to learn how to make up your own workouts, but me and Matt, we're like independent. If nobody told us what to work out, we could make one up on the spot.
Easily. I think, okay, so just for a little disclaimer here for our viewers, Matthew and Courtney have both done level 1, am I right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, to some degree, you've got a little bit more insight than the average Joe. However, James Fitzgerald is suggesting that we should have educated our memberships around the world in the event that a pandemic occurs. I mean, in a real life situation, like if you're interested in knowing how to program, you ask your coach or you do a course, you know, but it's not mandatory. It's not necessary. That's why you pay your membership fee. So like, this is such an anomaly, and I don't think it's fair for someone like that to make such a hectic statement.
Yeah. He's basically saying like at the beginning of every class, you should like give a little lesson on programming. Like, guys, you should periodize your programming and not just do biceps every day for 5 days in a row. You should be like giving out lessons like that. And I think like 80% of the people in the class would be like, okay, Justin, can we just get to the point now? Let's just do the workout.
Sure. I mean, do you have extra half an hour to add to your day so that I can teach you how to program?
No,
if I was really into it.
Definitely, no one's there for that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what James is saying. And I think people, I was reading the comments on the Morning Chalk Up Instagram post, and most people were saying like, James, you're just talking a bunch of rubbish. And then a couple of people who were probably like the old school CrossFit haters, they were like, yes, James, this is why CrossFit is evil, that sort of thing.
Yeah. He obviously has a niche little group of followers, and he did win the first CrossFit Games, did he not?
Yeah.
Really?
Was it the first? That is where he gets his whole thing from, isn't it? And he's got Amanda Goodman under his belt, who's a Games athlete.
Yeah.
Tennille something.
Yeah, Tennille Berline.
And then Marcus was there, huh?
Yeah, before Marcus left.
That's his claim to fame.
Yeah. Okay, so he's just being a bit of a pain in the ass.
A little thorn in the side. Don't worry, CrossFit will win. CrossFit wins everything except Coca-Cola's lawsuit.
They've forgotten about that.
Listen, some people gain exposure through being controversial. So maybe he's just being controversial, you know, for the sake of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, next time we'll talk about whether CrossFit's going to survive the global pandemic. Spoiler alert, Justin thinks they definitely will. I'm not 100% sure.
I'll be right in the middle there.
Matt's in the middle, as always. What else have we got for today? Is that it?
That's it. I don't know. You're the one with the lists today. I don't know what
the Google Sheets.
About.
That's all I've got on my Google Sheet.
I mean, how did our last episode do? I mean, we don't know yet because we recorded it about 6 weeks ago and didn't release it.
Yes.
It went live today.
It went live today.
It went
People
live
were asking, like, where's
few
the
hours ago.
episode, guys? Like, where's our episode? Matt's busy. He's busy editing.
It's on my computer. It is. If you listen to the editing quality, it's amazing.
It's amazing, yeah.
I sound so like I'm in like an old school radio, but my voice is the clearest one.
Okay.
Because I think
Really?
I'm the main computer.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm recording.
Because your microphone is about 1 centimeter away from your mouth.
This is my gaming headset.
Yeah. I should use mine next time, actually. We should test it out next time.
Test out, see if it's clearer.
Yeah.
Courtney is definitely louder than you because you are using the external. I mean, well, the internal. The internal. We'll wrap it up with a quote from Justin.
Quotes.
I think we should all we should actually all contribute a quote, and the end of this podcast should inspire people to continue on their trajectory of growth and positivity during this trialing time.
Okay, I'm going to look for quotes by
Do a
James
little
Fitzgerald.
Google search and see what you come up with.
Okay.
Right.
James. Jim. Who the fuck is Jim Fitzgerald? Some other guy. Jim Fitzgerald. Quotes from James Fitzgerald about the Unabomber. What's the Unabomber?
Unabomber is that guy that was posting bombs to people, and then they caught him eventually.
Oh, that's not uplifting. Okay, let's find something else. James Fitzgerald, the man who hunted the Unabomber. Hey, that's interesting, eh? I don't think it's the same guy, though.
Oh, that's way more interesting. Justin, did you read that thing I sent you about the Chris Kremers and the San Froon?
Oh, I'm going to read that tonight before I go to bed so I can have a good dream.
You're going to have nightmares. It's very long. You won't get through it. I sent it to Courtney. He hasn't read it.
Which one is
I'm
that?
going to get through it.
The girls that went missing in Panama.
But isn't there like some YouTube link that me?
No. You got to read it because it's way more like it's lots of information. There probably is a YouTube.
Forest one.
Yeah, the forest one. Yeah.
But didn't you explain all this forest one to me?
But it's better if you read it. Me explaining things, I suck at explaining stuff.
Okay, so I'm looking at success. Helen Keller. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. It rhymes also. Good.
Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, that's all I've got.
Thank you, Courtney. Matt, what you got for us?
Fuck.
Demi Lovato. No matter where you're going, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, thanks, Demi Lovato.
Ever make mistakes in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah, they're birds now.
What?
That is from Bob Ross. Thanks, Bob.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I'm gonna find Bob Ross's YouTube channel. I'm gonna send it to Justin. So
Justin's gonna
watch them.
Wake up with an afro tomorrow and fucking painting.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Using like 6 hours of your day training for CrossFit, I think you should put all that energy into some paintings. I want to see what you come up with in a month.
Listen, out of this entire podcast, the first 5 minutes was the most valuable for me. So thank you, guys.
Why is Bob Ross playing music? Can you hear that? Bob, stop playing.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I've got a great from...
Does he play tunes?
Yeah. Cheapest Bob. Okay, go for it, yeah?
So do you know who the Cookie Monster is?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What is it?
He's from the Muppets thing.
Sesame Street.
Yeah. He's like Sesame Street. He's the blue guy.
The blue one, yeah.
So his most inspirational quote is, C is for cookie and cookie is for me. C is for cookie and cookie is for me.
There we go. I think that's the winner.
That's it. That's good.
So, guys, if you need some inspiration in life, just recite that a few times, and I'm sure life will present you with
everything will be fine, everyone. You just keep your masks on and stay away from each other.
Yeah, masks that are porous don't work, especially the ones that have been designed with air vents to help you breathe while running.
Yes, don't cut holes in them.
Don't cut holes in them. Don't buy them. They're not good.
Not good, yeah. Running is unpleasant with a mask on, I must tell you.
Oh man, I can imagine. It must be really unpleasant. But my fucking glasses steam up so badly when I go out. And then I take the glasses off and I can't see shit. Fuck. Okay.
All right, guys. Email us, noresultsmedia@gmail.com. NoRex Podcast on Instagram, NoRex Podcast on Twitter and Facebook. And that's it, yeah. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yes.
Boys, what a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in.
What a treat. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.